Hi, it's Tom. It's the morning of June 26th, and the salad table looks like it needs to be harvested, so I thought I'd bring you along. Well, the whole point of this video was to show you a harvest, so I really should get on with it. Here's the salad table that we're going to be harvesting. As I mentioned before, it's the older version where I used 2x6s on the sides rather than 1x8s that I now recommend. I've got a plot out on the research station where I'm selecting for unusual and interesting salad greens to go on the hydroponic salad table. So I'd like to show you what's going on there. The salad greens I'm focusing on include lettuce, there's some there. Here's some mustard, you can tell with that yellow flower. Here is some chard, that happens to be Siberian, not chard, it's kale, Siberian kale, a little more lettuce, Swiss chard. Here is some European kale, and then a second planting of these materials too. These are genetically variable populations, so what I'm trying to do is identify plants where I really like the look of the salad greens. And I went through this plot in July and put white flags in all of the plants that I really liked and that I wanted to keep seed from. But you can see I've got a problem. And the problem is, a lot of these plants died. Now I'm not really sure why they died. It looks like they wilted very badly, and I can see it in the new plantings too. So it's some sort of a root problem or something plugging up the vascular bundles, like the xylem bundles. So it could be an insect that's nibbling at the roots, or it could be a disease. Whatever it is, I don't like it. So I can't really keep the seed off of those plants that I flagged. I do have some examples here on the lettuce of plants that I flagged that are going to produce seed. Now maybe you can see in this wind that you have a little bit of white fluff at the end of some of these inflorescences, and that's actually where the seed is born. I'll bring some examples into class and show you. Over here in the mustards I have a different problem. Everything's really healthy and I'm getting lots of seed. It's just that I really can't tell what the leaf type was on these mustards. Luckily though, I did put some white flags in, and so I do have some plants that I know I want to harvest. Kales are biennial, meaning that I planted them this year, but they won't flower and produce seed till next year. So I've got flags in those kales I particularly liked earlier in the year, and I'm going to let them overwinter, and then next spring when they flower, I'll pick up the seed. The same thing's the case over in the Swiss chard. You can see I've flagged a bunch of plants. I'm going to let them overwinter and I'll collect the seed next year. Oop, I even snuck some rhubarb. This is just a picture over in the European kale area. Again, it's a biennial. I have to wait till next year for seed. But I mentioned these are genetically variable populations, and you can sure see it here. We see a couple of plants that look like dinosaur kale along with things that have much darker purple and frilly leaves. But when you take a look around here in this population, you can see various shades of green, different types of leaves, and those are the things that I select for, things that are going to look good in the salad table.